everybody. Hey everybody, how you doing? It's old Shug here. Remember me? You got a minute to talk? I just wanted to say hey. I'm enjoying my lockdown here at the house, and I hope you're enjoying yours. Watching the news, you know what's always sad? Every night they start going, well, you know, the elderly are very susceptible to the COVID-19, 60 years and older. And I'm going, man, me and Meg are 61. We're elderly? That's just a bummer. So I thought I'd just sit out here and have myself a birdie boil, make me feel a little bit better about being elderly. Believe an elderly person ought to be laid up a little bit like I am right now. Started a hammock painting today, and I thought I'd do a little time lapse here and just show you kind of what I'm doing. And the whole point of this thing of me painting is just, I was typing in on hammock forums last night going, you know, I love looking at 5th grader, 4th graders, you know, 3rd graders art. Because when you're a kid, you just draw. Everybody can draw when they're a kid, just like they can sing. Teacher tells you to draw a picture, you draw. You're not very self-aware, so you just lay it down. Big old heads, hair sticking up, little tiny hands, stick arms, funny trees. The houses all look the same. 2 windows, 1 door. And this, just doing these paintings is just, don't be self-aware, just get it on there. You know, just paint the pieces and don't worry about it. Well, here's the first thing I do when I start one of these paintings. I kind of look at my source photograph there, and I just kind of sketch it in lightly using some of these dark pencils I have right here. And I just kind of rough it in, and then what I'm going to do is I'll kind of mark this all out with some black paint, and eventually, and some grays, and rough in those colors, and then do my background. And my plan on this one is just to do a really light background, not so much detail like on this one or even the one over here, and just let the hammock pop and the underquilt, and then try to get the snow and just a little feel of that. Well, I decided not to lay in black. I'm using some umber and kind of a forest green, and what I'm doing here is just sort of laying in my shape of my hammock and my face, and although it's not really supposed to be me, but it is me, painting that boot in a little bit. And I'm going to go around and lay in the trees in the background. This is really what I call the underpainting. Now I just start sort of putting in some highlights on the underquilt there, start knocking in the snow on the background. I start fading the trees back a little bit since it's cold, and I want the hammock and the underquilt to kind of come to the front. Now I'm just roughing a little bit of blue into my beanie there, just because I want it to be blue, not brown. But most of this painting is all going to be hidden underneath. I'm going to come in and paint over almost all of this one more time. Maybe not the background. I'll just start adding some details, some snow. But as far as the hammock goes, and the mainly the underquilt, I'll start painting now. I'm doing where I'm going to put some shadows there, this black, and that will be covered up with the greens when I start going in and working that now and really making that down look like something. And just defining some shadows right here. One other thing I'm doing here is I'm putting together this SV11 control line plane, and I had this motor custom made, oh, probably a year and a half ago. Well, he was putting out some Randy Smith. That's a PA75. That's a big, I mean, here it is in my hand. That's a big old motor right there, and got your carbon fiber muffler on the back, and I got some carbon fiber tri-blade prop. Yeah, actually this airplane's got a 60.5-inch wingspan. Basically a good old 60-65 size plane. And I put this PA75 on there, and that thing is gonna crank it around. So that's just one other thing I'm kind of doing there just to fill my time out here in my little world. Plenty to keep me occupied. You know what? I can't wait someday to be retired, because I'm going to have plenty to do. That is not going to be a problem, and still have time to work a nap or two in the hammock. That'll be the best part. Really, I just wanted to say hey to you, because my wife, Meg, who has no hobbies, but she is out riding her bike right now. She goes for a little ride. I wouldn't call it a hobby, but she's doing something I've never seen before. She is doing a jigsaw puzzle. Yeah, my wife, wasting time. You couldn't hardly find a jigsaw puzzle to buy, so she borrowed some from some friends, and these puzzles were built and put back in the box pre-COVID-19. So, they're sanitary. That COVID-19, that thing's in a bad way. It's mighty cruel. I don't think no virus is no count. Well, I decided not to do a backpacking trip that I had planned to do. That's almost a pretty boil. Just didn't feel right, and people have asked me why I'm not going camping. Well, I don't know. People up north are going, hey, you people in the city, stay down there. I don't want anybody destroying my minivan while it's at a trailhead. And my heart's just not into it with this. I'm staying home. I want to be with my wife. I want to be in touch with my daughter. And that's just what I'm going to do right now. I can always just get out here in the backyard. Yes, sir. That's going to have to do for a boil. Well, woo, buddy. I'll secure in Sector 7. I hope it's secure in your sector. If not, you make sure you get out there and help secure it. All right? See ya.
I wear checkety pants. Yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir. I wear checkety pants with some Crocs. 'Cause I'm elderly, and I can do what I want. How do you do, y'all? Y'all can call me Daddy. Daddy, call me Dada. No, Papa. No, Papa. No, Papa. You call me Daddy. Daddy, Daddy.